Let's look at this conspiracy image that'll probably get us shut down. We haven't been shut down midstream in a while, have we? I mean, there was that one stream that got shut down recently, but that was... Wait, which one was that? Hold on. I'm gonna zoom in on this in a second, but hold on. Let me try to find... Oh, it was... Jaren versus Austin, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know if that was shut down for that reason or just general glitches. Let's zoom in on this world hierarchy pyramid. Or should we start at the bottom? What do we got here? Satan's Hell Matrix, worker ants, 9 to 5 slaves, robotoids, clones, debtors, sheep, cattle, NPC maskers, Mark of the Beast, zombies, Goyim breeders, useless eaters, deep state mapping project. Okay, human livestock. Alright, now we have world population control here. Bread and circus. You got football, arena, gladiator games, all professional sports, ball sports, BAAL. Religion, the opiate for the masses. Then you got medical, population reduction, aka family planning. Lethal extortion racket, rigged voting systems, government, the legal system, lawyers. Should we call them liars or lawyers? Liars. Education, edumacation, aka indoctrination, gatekeepers of intellectual status quo. The media, Medea, goddess of illusions. Entertainment, like Hollyweird. Social media, all media. Netflix, social interaction substitute. Wow, that's an interesting way of putting it. Okay, resource control here. Crony capitalism, not to be confused with free market capitalism. So, essentially, corporatism. Aaron's Energy says, I remember when you showed the NASA badges and got shut down. Yeah, that was the most obvious one. Oh, man, we got shut down so quick there. Should I put them like up again? See if it happens again. Banking, insurance, credit cards, big pharma, big agra, big tech corporations, energy, real estate, communications, mining, shipping, consumer goods, smart grid. Then there is the world financial control, World Economic Forum, stock markets, banking, hedge funds, world institutions. By the way, who wants to see me live stream some day trading? Because I brought that up a couple times. Some people were interested. Now again, I guess we could call it the logical stock day trading system. But yeah, no, this is definitely not a way to make millions of dollars. But there actually are ways to really eliminate practically all risk in your trading, which also eliminates the potential for big profits, but not small profits. Maybe that should be a members-only stream. But yeah, maybe I should start doing that so people can start saving up their pennies to get some land and not have to rely on the government. So now here there is... Wait, what is this on the left here? All the Scottish rites, okay. Secret societies beyond the veil of ordinary perception. Think tanks. Yeah, the drug trade, the mafias, and the governments, and the intelligent agencies. I mean, this is crazy stuff here. Wow. Military-industrial complex, all the Freemasons. I mean, this is crazy. Look at this. Like, this, they actually go over quite a bit of stuff here. I mean, this graphic is pretty extensive. From BlackRock to the Hexagon Group. Oceanic societies, historical societies, archaeological societies, the Order of the Eastern Star, Rainbow Girls, Dimolay. Yeah, we're going to be going into that on the King Arthur podcast as well. Bohemian Grove, the Secret Handshake Clubs. Check this out. The Shriners, Jesters, York Rite, Scottish Rite, all of these. Wow. Illuminati, Committee of the 300, what is this? Techno-fascist world controllers. Techno-fascists. You don't hear that word that often. Supreme Council of 33. The Olympians. Man, I don't recall hearing about the Olympians' secret society. Oh, interesting. The Olympians is just another name for the Committee of 300? I haven't heard. Okay, that's interesting. So, this is the whole one world government project. Okay. That's interesting. Huh. Lord Zed says 3-Eye Atlas weighs 33 billion tons, they say. I'm sure they measured exactly. So you got, yeah, wow. So then you have the aristocracy knighthoods as well. Order of Knights of Malta, Templar, Red Cross, Royal Archmasons. I'm actually going to be getting into a lot of these in the King Arthur podcast as well. All right, now let's go a little higher here. So this would be the priesthoods. 3 city-states run the world. DC, Vatican, City of London. Got the Jesuit order. Sovereign Grand Masters. Jesuit Council. The Merovingians. I didn't expect to see this here. Is the Vatican connected to the Merovingian bloodline? I need to do a whole podcast on the Merovingians, because supposedly some people believe they were some kind of immortals as well. Druidic Council. And the Druids as well, some believe that they are the survivors of Atlantis. And I'll be actually getting into all of that in the King Arthur podcast as well. Got the Great Pope, the Black Pope, Jesuit Superior General, Elite Occultists, the Satanic Ninth Circle. Wait, what does this say? Is that Vampiric Orders? Church of Satan, Temple of Set, Werewolf Clans. Wow, this is crazy. Grand High Priests and Priestesses, Witches and Warlocks, Black Magi, the Vril, is that a V? Vril or Krill? The Asian Dragon families, Shogun, Daimyo, Samurai. There's definitely a lot there as well. I don't know, oh man, I don't think my King Arthur podcast connects to those, but yeah, there's a lot there. So that's curious. So the Antichrist is here on the same line with King, Pindar, Queen, Emperor. And then underneath is Pharaoh, Council of 13, and the Mothers of Darkness. Then above them, and look at this, this is kind of interesting here. The Vatican here, the way they line up. This is just a fascinating graphic across the board here. The Gnostic sects as well. Serpent Gnostics. And then we have the Holy Grail connection. From the Merovingians to Jesus Christ. The Demiurge, the Archons. I mean, wow. This is just absolutely insane here. The connections here on this graphic. I don't know if I've seen a graphic that attempts to connect all of this like this. So let's get here. We got the Anunnaki coming up. So here we have the extraterrestrials, the Genesis Matrix off-world. Alright, so now here things are really gonna get interesting here, because I think some people are pretty familiar with everything else but this. So before we get to the angelic realm, let's look at the off-world Genesis Matrix of extraterrestrials here. And the feudal system here. Okay, wow. Now, the Watchers, I've always been fascinated with the Watchers, and I've actually made this reference on a CD-ROM connected to the Highlander TV series. I've seen references there that I haven't seen anywhere else in the realm of Hollywood regarding some of the occult here, which I probably should do a whole episode on that, because I was blown away at what was included in the Highlander, the TV series encyclopedic CD-ROM regarding Highlander. Alright, so, let's look here. It says here the Nephilim, so it has an offshoot of the Nephilim from the Watchers and Azazel from the Book of Enoch, which is interesting. The Dark Kingdom Hierarchy from Satan to Lilith. And above Satan, you have here Lucifer, Prometheus, Azazel, and Loki. And then look at this. All the way down from God, Son. What is this here? So then you have from Lucifer, Gabriel, Michael, other angels, and then the offshoot here post-fall, Lucifer, Prometheus, Azazel, and Loki. You have 72 angels, 72 demons of Solomon. Baphomet here. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen anything connect at all like this graphic here. So let's go back here to the off-world extraterrestrial Genesis Matrix here. So universal free will, the Ashuk command, I can't quite read that. Karma, the 144,000. Neutral forces. You have non-physical common law, then the 3D physical world, the solar warden, ancient astronauts, systems in violation, universal tribunals, can't quite read what's under that, systems of law and enslavement, dark fleet, Enki and Enlil, Draco reptilians, the Anunnaki, the Anu, Baal, El, Mamam, the Giza Intelligence Group. I think we need more information on the Giza Intelligence Group. So supposedly it's a group of extraterrestrial beings or the descendants of Atlantis who were exiled from Earth but later returned. They are claimed to have established a secret base beneath the Giza pyramids, which is the source of their name. So many believe that they have influenced or manipulated human history. Some accounts state that the group was eventually captured and removed by Earth by another alleged extraterrestrial group, the Pleasuren, in the late 70s or early 80s. So where does this stuff come from? Like, the lore, the allegations of it all. I mean, I actually don't really remember any. In all of my years of studying conspiracy theories, I don't remember the Giza intelligence group being referenced. So let's. So. Alright, let's go. I just found a reference here. So, yeah. Lord Zed says we're going hard in the paint. We are definitely going hard in the paint. And apparently the Giza intelligence group is quite critical to everything that's going on. So let's look here. So there is a book called, or magazine rather, the Alien Digest, volume number 4. I'm going to put this on the screen right here. I mean, we're going deep into the archives now. And this perhaps has one of the most astute, succinct summaries of the Giza intelligence group. Anybody read Alien Digest? Trying to find an actual date on this thing. I cannot. But this looks quite old. I will say that it looks quite old. So let's go into this here before we get shut down. I'm actually are we still live? How are we still live? Okay. So, yeah, let's continue here. So this is a brief history of the Giza group. Jehavan and Jehav. Semjaz. Jehavan governed until approximately 7,000 years ago when he was murdered maliciously by his own son Jehav, who then snatched for himself the government after 3,400 years of government by his father. Jehav ruled wickedly, always asking for blood and revenge, until 3,333 years ago by your chronology. By this time he had produced 3 sons who were named Arusem, Ptah, and Salam. Being a megalomaniac like his father, Jehav let himself be represented as the universal creator by the Earth races, and celebrated as such. Like his father, he caused cruel devastations among the 3 human races, demanding blood sacrifices, death, and absolute obedience. So this just goes through, okay, 72,000, okay. Arusam, Ptah, and Salam, as thirsty for power as was his father, Jehav, the firstborn Arusam, constantly wanted to seize power from his father. So he murdered his father, Jehav, and tried to snatch up the power for himself. This attempt failed because after many years of rule, his younger brother Ptah and his youngest brother Salam opposed him and expelled him into exile, having themselves tired of the constant wars, fights for power, and bloodshedding. Ptah and Salam had previously troubled themselves subsequently for many decades to generate more humane forms of living among their ranks. In doing so, they ultimately assembled similar-minded people from around them and seized control from Arusam and 72,000 of his followers and expelled them off planet. But Arusam secretly returned to the earth and settled down with his army in the old giant cubicle buildings located under the Pyramid of Cheops in Egypt, which had not been used for over 70,000 years. Deep underground, they established the deep-lying rooms and buildings under the Cheops Pyramid as their residence and center for carrying out wicked directives. From there, they worked to realize their plans for world control without any remarkable success, even though they implemented programs of deceit, lies, and intrigue and spread false teachings to lead humanity astray through religious delusion, cults, secret societies, and many other miserable methods. So the Giza intelligence group responsible for most of the Illuminati here? Or these subcults of the Illuminati? What does everybody think? CY says, don't want to derail, just came in to ask if you will do a fallacy analysis for Dr. Shiva Summit that was live today. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I didn't know he did that. Sure. Man, the Giza intelligence group is fascinating here. And how did they get all this information? Kamagol the First. But backing up in time, Arusam governed until 3,023 years ago in your chronology, until he was abruptly killed by a mutineer by the name of Hen, with two N's, who was called Jehovah by the Heberons, and eventually also by those in his ranks. He was referred to by many as the Cruel One. Jehovah, old and weak, was replaced by his nephew Kamagal I some 2,093 years ago. This is all very precise. I mean, there's no reference here. I want to know where this information came from. Kamagal I seized the evil command of the Giza intelligences and further expanded the underground quarters under the Cheops Pyramid into a murderous central power command. He implemented security measures that eliminated any chance of outsiders being able to destroy the center. The tyrant Kamagal I coerced nearly all earthly religions into his control and caused horrible degenerations, demanded human sacrifices, and created cults that have been partly preserved right up to this day. Kamagal II. All efforts undertaken from the outside to stop his activities were in vain, and his fortress was impenetrable. Still, Kamagal was a human being, and within his own ranks, his own son, Kamagal II, overthrew him and snatched up his power, and put him into a deeply lying dungeon to lie miserable. But Kamagal II was in many ways even more treacherous and ruthless than his father. He revealed his character towards this soon after grabbing power by the immense mass murder of human beings living on the earth through delusional religious wars and other manipulations. Since Arusam had been expelled, they and his followers had forfeited the opportunity to effect any further technical and scientific development due to lack of resources, and as a result, their long lifespan rapidly decreased among their descendants to an average of only 94 years by the year 1977 AD, 1977. Only about 20 years longer than the average lifespan of Earthlings in the European regions. These evil ones, who had assumed residence under the Cheops Pyramid called Giza intelligences, have been gradually dying out over time, so their number was reduced to only 2,100 in 1977. Again, where is this information coming from? It's so precise. It was expected that because of this continued isolation from the free universe and the fact that they were all old and no longer able to bear children, this race of intelligences would have all died from old age in less than 2 decades in the future. Nevertheless, these Giza intelligences still clung to their wicked and power-hungry plans and did not take themselves to be losers as yet. As the last of the long-living people, Kamagal II reached a very old age, and he recently died December 27th, 1976. So if that's recent, then this is a really old magazine. Let me get a date on this magazine here, because it's not stated on it. Alien Digest, Volume 4. So, let's see here. So, this is, oh, there's actually only 4 volumes. So this was actually published by Phil Schneider and Ron Rummel. Rummel was murdered August 6, 1993. Schneider was found dead in his home after 2 years on a lecture tour. So this is the last one they put out, apparently. They were only able to put out 4 issues before they both died. I still don't have an exact date here. I want to get an exact date. So, okay, it would be August 93. So, it ran from 91 to 93. So, I believe this is August 93. Or 92. Maybe 92. So, somewhere around there. So early 90s. Alright, hold on. Or 1990. So another website actually states it was 1990. Yeah, they were all 1990. According to luminist.org, the archives, it was 1990. Either way, this is very precise information about the Giza intelligence group. The end of the Giza group, the then remaining Giza intelligences were old and mostly weak, but filled with power-thirsty plans they had not yet given up. They attempted in the mid-90s to murder Billy Meyer. This attempted murder of Billy Meyer allowed Palladians, under policies in galactic law, to interfere and to forcefully remove the Giza intelligence group from this planet. This was initiated in 1978. The Giza group remainders are being taken and released on planets in the Nebular galaxy with no technical means for their use in escaping or for causing other significant mischief. Yeah, this is kind of weird. Why not kill them all? Very precise. Huh. Very weird. But yeah, there's really not a lot of information in general on the Giza intelligence group. So, yeah. Quite interesting indeed. I mean, this is the most information I could find. But yeah, so let's get back here to this schematic, the most complex and complete schematic I've ever seen of all these entities. You got Chimera, Demiurge, extra dimensional entities here, the Archons, the Jinn, the Onai, the Asuras, devils, demons, ghosts. The barriers of time and space, physical world. Curious. Very, very curious. So now let's move up to the angelic realm here. The seraphim, cherubim, thrones, dominions, virtues, powers, principalities, archangels, angels. A lot of names here. Lucifer. And then, of course, the very top, I am that I am. The Creator, God, Yahweh, Adonai, Elohim, Brahma, Aton. Light, Supreme Being, Prime Creator, Source, Universal, Logos, Almighty, the Most High. So the Most High is above the Creator? Is the Creator not the Most High? Who's making sense of this graphic here? Who makes sense of this graphic here at the very top? And of course, there's the eye. But this is one of the most comprehensive graphics I've ever seen on what is going on. I mean, it really touches upon everything, does it not? I'm actually shocked we're not shut down right now. Quite comprehensive. Alright, what else does anybody want to go over? Let's round this episode out. We've been at it for over an hour here. Oh, Aaron's Energy wants the link to it. Ooh, that's a good question. So, here's a... Let's see here. Somebody actually posted it in the conspiracy subreddit. So, I'll drop that link. so that anybody who wants to download it can download it. So it's in the chat right now. Flat Bob wants to talk about all the earthquakes in the Philippines. HARP related or not? That's another great question. I don't know if I feel like getting into HARP now. I think we should round this out on some lighter tones. Anybody want some roller jam? I think everybody knows that they want some roller jam.